Greetings, friends from all over the world, and what a joy it is to see all your lovely faces again. Oh my goodness. It feels like it's been 7,000 years, plus 10,000 years, which is like 17,000 years. Because mathematics, if you will. Yes, at last, back on the Hermitcraft server. Oh my god, I have missed this place so much. Oh my goodness, guys. I know we haven't been away that long, but it feels like we've been away for a century with all the things and the stuffs that happened in the month of May. So busy with all the real life things. Back-to-backs. Back from TwitchCon last weekend. Then had another thing this weekend. But you know what the good news is, everybody? I literally have nothing left to do for the rest of the year IRL except play Minecraft here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So many blocks to place. So many things to do. Very exciting. Although, I have just noticed that my Zoom key is unbound. What's going on here? Is there... Do I have Zoom? There. Zoom settings. Zoom must be left control. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. Although a bunch of my other keys got keyed for some reason. Oh, man. You know, you get back into Minecraft and everything, things are broken. Things have been broken. I've been spending today fixing all the things that were not working. I also have a Windows update looming in my taskbar right now. Windows is telling me that an update is ready to go. And it's one of those updates where you have to update. You know, you can't just turn the computer off. Like, you literally have to update to turn off. So I don't think I'm going to turn my computer off for a while. You know? Because Windows, we know the history of Windows updates on this channel. It's not good. It's not freaking good. Anyway, everyone, it is wondrous to be back on the Hermitcraft server. I had such an amazing time in Rotterdam last weekend. Oh man, it was so awesome. It was a crazy roller coaster journey. My goodness, I even cried in front of everybody. I did. I'm not ashamed to say it. I did, and I shall tell you all about it in this evening's stream. Also, I've been doing a little bit of thinking about what we're going to be doing here on the Twitch. And last month we were experimenting a little bit with streaming at different times and whatnot. I'm finding all the different times of streamings being very disruptive to my schedules in my life. So you know what, friends? We're just going to go back to what we've been doing for years. We're just going to stream at 8 p.m. in the evenings of the UK, which is basically now. We're just going to stream now, at this time. This is going to be the time that the Rendog streams. That's just how it's going to be, okay? So if you're all wondering when the next Rendog stream is, it is at this time. It is at this time. It is going to be at this time. I haven't worked out exactly which of the days that it's going to be at this time. But it's going to be many of the days. At least 3 of the days of the week at this time. So that's kind of the plan, you know? Also, a big welcome to everybody who is coming and joining us, friends. It's a level 6 hype train, and I've only been rambling for like 3 minutes. Everybody, that is awesome. Thank you for the level 6 hype train. Who is responsible for all of this? The notification machine is struggling. Because the peoples are coming. The magicians are arriving in Trillium in their droves. Y'all coming to find a place to live in the magical realm of Gardoran. And it is very much appreciated. Who responsible for this? Aha! It is Lady Meow Meow. Kicking things off today with the 19 months of the Tier 2. What is happening, Lady Meow Meow? By Jenkins indeed, Fullwood Ranger. Aha, yes. I see some of you might have been at the dungeon delivery panel in Rotterdam, where I was a special guest. Oh, I have to tell you all about these things. I can't tell you now. We'll talk about it in a little bit. By the way, there's things to do today, okay? It's like it literally feels like it's been about 6 years since I've actually been on the server. So today I've spent a lot of time on the server just trying to realign myself, trying to figure out what to do. One thing we need to do is figure this out, right? Like, I think my last episode was completing the reflecting room here in the cleric trading hall. We need a way up and down. I mean, this is outrageous jank going on over here, man. We can't get up and down here through a freaking hole in the ceiling, you know? Like, this is no good. Also, I have been in creative, and I have been working on some new magic for the city, which I would like to plonk over here. And I made some redstone. Everybody. Ooh, it's actually really awesome. I'm going to show you guys that redstone in a little bit also. So I think today what we'll do is we shall try and work on some sort of up and down machine here for the cleric trading hall. But is this music too loud? I'll crank this down a little bit. And then we got to move the beacon closer to this building because we have to do a little bit more excavation. I got plans for a redstone machine. It's got to go underneath this building over here. So we got to like dig a giant hole. We got a diggy hole here to make room for that. But we got to head over to creative to figure out the exact proportions of the hole that needs to be holed. If you know what I'm saying. So, you know, we probably won't do any of this, but that's kind of the plan. Anyway, right. Excuse me. I'm choking on my own enthusiasm. Where was I with the thank yous? Because we're on a level 7 hype train right now. It's pinkish yellowish with the full stack of support 64 months. A whole stack indeed, pinkish. Thank you so much and welcome back. Mega OG status achieved. You love to see it. Thank you so much, Yellowish. Also, Life of L is back with the 58 months. Quickly approaching that big stack, Life of L. Almost there. Jessica is here with the 29 months of tier 3. Thank you, Jessica. Oh my goodness, it's been 29 months. Jessica, like you're basically, I mean, you're mini OG status, but quickly approaching half a stack into the OG realms. Pretty unbelievable. Thank you so much, Jessica, as always. Appreciate you. Hey, Simply Sufi, 38 months. Evening all, evening chat. Can't stay long, but wanted to pop in and say hi. What's up, Suves? How's it going? Also, Cherry Pie's back at it with the half a stack. 32 months. Welcome back. Hope you had an awesome time. I did. Also, Fedus with the 21 months. Welcome back, Ren. Hope you had a lovely time away. I did. Oh, it was so awesome. It was so cool. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it today. Ryan, a brand new subscriber. Yo, what's up, Ryan? What's up, dude? Oh, are these noises working? Hold on, let's push these buttons. Okay, but the noise machine isn't working. Good. We'll have to figure that out. Yo, Ellie Bailey, 5 gifted. I need to make the noises, though. But the noise machine, oh, there, okay. It's just delayed. Noise machine delayed. Good one. Okay, there we go. Well, camel noise for Ellie. And camel noise for Ryan, brand new subscriber here, too. We got Dee Dee also with the 37 months. Hey, Dee Dee, it was so awesome meeting you in Rotterdam. Guys, I met so many of you guys in Rotterdam. It's actually insane. It was so cool meeting people from the streams in the real life. You know, it's always one of the most awesome things. This is why I love going to these events. Even though going to these events is extremely disruptive to the workflow. It's very expensive for my finances. It is all worth it. When I meet you lovely folk out there. It's just, man, it's just the most magical times. Thank you, Didi, for the 37 and for coming to say hello in the old Rotterdam. Yo, Phoenix is back at it with the first 4 months. First stream in a while. Happy to be back. Well, Phoenix, you and me both. It has been a while since our last stream, so good to have you here. Also, Mally Longlegs, 15 months with the long legs. Very happy to have seen Whim. The alley I named made it safely to the archives. It did indeed, Maddie. It did indeed. Whim is archivating as he was trained to do. Zomki, 8 months in a row. 8 months? How the time flies. It sure does, Zomki. What the heck? Gedra's here with the 5 months. 24 months for Hallowed of the Animations. 2 years of the Ren Diggity goodness. 2 years. Wow. Those 2 years went fast, Hallowed. Crazy stuff. My little brother is here with the 74 months. You hate to see it. Hey, Jono, what's up, my brother? Love your face, dude. Yo, Ellie Belly with the gifted sub. Also on top of that, and a piece of cheese is back up stanking the place with a very generous 16 months of tier 3. Yo, cheesy. Tier 3 cheese? That's even better than a sharp cheddar. That's insane. Thank you very much, man. Do you know if you'll be at TwitchCon San Diego? I'd love to meet you. Oof, yikes. You know, I would really love to go to TwitchCon San Diego, guys, but these TwitchCon trips are so expensive for me. And yeah, I honestly, the San Diego trip last year was one of the most expensive trips that I've taken probably ever. It was so expensive. I would love to come, but it's just going to depend on the finances and whatnot, but we'll see how it goes. Yo, Ash's dad with the brand new subscription. Ash's dad, thank you for the brand new subscription. Oh my goodness, get the camel out for Ash's. Thank you so much. Thank you. Also, Marika's here with the 9 months. Welcome back. I have missed your message, apparently. Wait, where are we? Dang it, I missed the things. I scrolled up too fast. Guys, this notification machine is an absolute mess right now. Oh my goodness. There you are, Marika. I just got back from vacation in France where my partner of 6 years proposed. That is so exciting. Oh, congratulations to you both. That is amazing. Leslie is here with the 58 months. Hey, Leslie, what's up? Thank you for the tier 2 58 months. All these years, Leslie, all these years. Oh. I mean, it's 58 months is definitely not a lot of years, right? It's just months. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Also, Didi with the 5 gifted subs. Make the freaking noises. Oh my goodness. Also, Diminutive Fox with the 27 months. Windows updates. Boo. Yes. I feel exactly the same way, Foxy. Boo the updates. Boo the updates. Thank you, Didi, for the 5 gifted subs. Guys, there's way more to go. Level 8 hype train still cooking. I want to take you to creative for a second, though. I'm very excited to show you what I've been cooking up, dudes. We'll get back to the notifications in a second, but take a look at this. Take a look at the redstone machine that I've been cooking. I've been cooking. This is my own design. Okay? I made this with my own brain and my fingers. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a mess. It looks a mess. But it is actually pretty awesome. Okay? I'm very proud of this, actually. Usually, Redstone and me don't get along too well, but I really wanted to try and make something out of my own brain, because I haven't done proper Redstone for a long time, and I really do love Redstone, despite being bad at it. Can you guess what it is? Just from looking at this machine. I shall explain it in a little bit. Eighth, by the way, thank you for the 8 months. Finally finished uni. Wouldn't have made it through my dissertation and other essays without your streams as background. Oh, Eighth, I'm so glad to have been a part of your successes. I hope it went really well. Congratulations on finishing uni. That is a very big achievement. You should pat yourself on the back for that. Incredible, incredible achievement in your life. One that you will never forget, and one that will pave the way for your future. So congratulations. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, guys. Level 9 hype train is chewing. Nuno the Kitter is 36 months. It was lovely meeting you. Yes. Oh, it was so great meeting you too, Nuno. Oh my goodness. I met so many people. 16 months for Zamanda. Welcome back. Thank you, Zams. And Looney is here with a 42-month OG resub. Beautiful to see you, Looney. What's up? Leslie dropping 5 gifted subs like it ain't no thing. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you for the 5 gifteds and the resub earlier. Oh my goodness. So much love coming through today, friends. Freya is here with a 27-month of Tier 2 support. Hardy face, Freya. And Christina GG with the 7 months of subbed whimsy. One of the letters Falling Stars gave you was from me. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you, Christina. Hey, Pink Rainy, thank you for the 5 months. Hello, everyone. A long time no see. Glad to see you guys today. Glad to see you too. Carrie is here also with a 77 months. That's got to be the best resub number of all time, right? 7 sevens, 2 sevens, 77s of the resubs. Tricia thinks this is a spooper smelter. I think you might be onto something over there. It is indeed some sort of spooper. Yes. Who else have we got here? Sylvaner is here with the 67 months. Welcome back, Ren. How was your trip back? It was very nice and excellent to meet you too. Guys, I met so many of you. It's actually insane. Mara with the 10 months. Oh my gosh, 10 months. It was lovely to meet you at TwitchCon. I met you also, Mara. Oh my goodness. I love the bracelet. Thank you. And Ada12 is back at it with... Yo, Ada12's been 20 months? What the heck? Thank you, thank you. Welcome back for the 20 months. Laza back at it with the 8 months. 97 months OG camel noises for the wonderful Kimmer's mouse. So close to triple digits. That's insane. Triple digits coming. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, my friend. Thank you, Kimmers. Also, Polar Bear is here with the 24 months. 2 years in the bag. 2 whole freaking years. Couldn't have sworn I only watched my first rain stream like 2 months ago. I know, right? Polar Bear, it feels like you only joined a couple months ago. Much love, dude. Sorry I haven't been watching as many streams recently. Work has been killer. Well, don't worry. We haven't been streaming that much because I've been super busy with the real life things. But, you know, now we're getting busy on the streams. So I expect to see you here, Polar Bear. Emperor's here with the 5 months. Thank you very much. And Calibor with the 3. 10 months for Fields of Jan. 8 months for Appalachian. And 10 gifted subs from the wonderful Hallowed Animations. Yo, JT, there's my man. What's cracking, baby? 108 months in the bag. JT, are you not impressed with my redstone? Is it not magnificent? Look at it. The efficiency. The symmetry. The sheer magicalness of it all. It is amazing, is it not? You know it. Thank you, JT, for the 108 months. 106 months for Kosh. Goodness. Hey, Kosh, what's up? Yo, we got the big-time resubbers coming in today, friends. You love to see those triple digits, man. Hey, Kosh, how you doing, sir? Nice to see you again. Piece of cheese with the 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits of cheese? What the heck? That's amazing. Thank you so much. You know what? It's broken. The notification machine is broken. I don't see the bits messages. Oh, goodness. Piece of cheese, I shall send many donations so you can go. Aha. Yes, I see your plan. I see your plan, Cheesy. And I approve. Yo, Shy Bluekey, 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Bluekey. That's awesome. That's super awesome of you. Thank you. And Silbana with the 10 gifted subs. Friends, the camel is going to get a sore throat at this point. There's many... This camel has to camel a lot right now. Goodness. Jessica with some biddies, too. Pink Rainy with the gifted. Macus with the 5 gifted. Hey, Macus, what's up? What's up, dude? Nice to see you. Also, Gedra here with the 1 gifted. Thank you for the 5, Max. And Santa Stratus is here with the 60 months. Hey, guys, guess what? Guess who I got to meet alongside all the other awesome people in the Rotterdam? I got to meet my wonderful person, Santa Stratus, my amazing artist, who is the best, who gave me the most awesome gift and made me cry. Yes. Well, many of you made me cry, but Santa Stratus has made me cry too. It was a wonderful honor to meet you, Santa Stratus. Hope you got home safe. Yo, Atlas does streaming with the brand new Prime, and Rain Darkness with the brand new Prime. These new subscribers, oh, the happiness of the joy. Yes, yes. Also, Sylvana with the gifted sub to Falling Stars, and Cherry Pie with the 10. It's 10 gifted subs from the Cherry. Thank you, Cherry. Blonde Beauty here with the biddies of the 1,000 varieties. Oh my goodness, thank you so very much, BB. Missed you, Rain, welcome back. Missed you too. Oh, it's so good to be back. I'm so glad to be back, everybody. Yo, Bob the Bucky with a new Prime. Yo, Bob, are you from South Africa, bro? Have you got a Bucky, eh? Yo. I always wanted a Bucky, eh? But I never actually bought one. I left South Africa before I could get one, bro. Yo, Bob, thank you for the brand new Prime. And Gedra with the gifted sub. Zomki with the 2 gifteds. I think I might be caught up, everybody, with the notification machines. Looks like it. Or am I? No, I don't even think I am. Wait, what? Is something broken? I think it might be broken, you know. Zomki, thank you for the 5 gifteds. Keyboard with the 100 biddies. I hope Conflu went past you. I did manage to dodge the Conflu. Yes. Did not get sick, which is amazing. Also, Soggy Cardboard is back at it with the 9 months. Welcome back. Hope you had the best time. I did, Soggy. Also, Ellie Belly with another gift to Sky Bluekey. Guys, my notification machine is actually broken. I have, like, it's not working correctly. You guys are breaking you're breaking everything. Guys, the machine is broken. Okay, well, I'm going to let the notifications come through because it looks like there's some sort of delay going on over there, thanks to your incredible support, friends. Level 10 hype train in the blink of an eye. This is indeed a spooper smelter, everybody. It is an auto smelter machine. This is going to be what we use to create the glass bottles that we're going to be trading with the clerics to buy the bottles o' enchanting to sell to the hermits for maximum profits. Aha. But because it's going to be in Trillium, it needed to have a little bit of magic put into it, right? So I kind of had this idea of some sort of like I think I might turn this into a potion bottle or something, right? For now, it's just like a glass tube. But imagine this is like a flask or something, right? Like a potion bottle or something like that. And the idea is that we put what we need to smelt in here, and then magic happens, and it all gets smelted, and it ends up over here. Also, we can refuel the system with this chest over here. So all of the redstone, of course, is underground. This is all underground. This is a 34 furnace auto smelting array. And the main purpose of this thing is to make it look like the stuff that we throw into it is being smelted inside of this flask. So all of that redstone just for this little bit over here. I was also thinking about maybe trying to add some golems in here or some allies. I was thinking about maybe, like, if you throw stuff here, maybe the allies collect it and put it into the chest. I don't know. I haven't figured out, like, all the magic yet. But the really cool, like, redstone stuff in this thing is that this central tube is actually, let's get into spectator. It's actually divided into 4 channels, right? Because initially it was just one water source pushing items up, but then all the items were just flowing up one block, and it was just looking like one sort of string of items. So I separated them into 4 separate bubble vaders. So now the items like flow in a much more satisfying way. And the way that happens is that this minecart hopper collects all the smelted stuff from the furnaces, and then there is a little droppificator thing down here, which spits the stuff into the tube, which is pretty sweet. Also, there's 2 auto-loaders over here, one for the fuel and one for the items that are being smelted. And you know what? Let's get this bad boy up and running, because it's actually kind of sweet. It's not like the fastest auto smelter in the whole world, but like my redstone machines are never about efficiency or speed. They're always about trying to make it look cool or function in an interesting way. So there we go. We can see now this minecart's going to be loading. That minecart is loading the furnaces with the fuel. And this minecart is going, well, this minecart's supposed to be delivering the items for smelting. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoops. What's happened here? Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. This one needed to get loaded. There we go. So now the furnaces are starting to cook, right? So we will eventually see those bits and bobs coming up the tube over here, and then eventually going down that tube over there. So, yeah, there they go. There they go. You can see them, right? Shooting up that tube. Oh, man, so satisfying. Anyway, let me get back to the... Dudes, that was a level 10 hype train has been done. Thank you so very much, friends. Everybody that was on the hype train, thank you so much. And enjoy your... whatever you got. I appreciate all your support, friends. Thank you. Ellie, thank you for the gifted sub. To Maloter, and Funnily Shaped is back at it with the 13 months. And Serpent Baguette has gifted 5 baguettes. If you are hungry, you now have a baguette that was made by a serpent. Everybody enjoy your lunch. Thank you so much, Serpent, for the 5. That's super generous. Thank you. Zalkatek is here with the 2 months also. And Days Daddle with the 80-month OG resubification. My goodness. Hi, I missed some streams. Sorry, I'm happy to be made it today. No worries, Daisy. It's all good. We haven't really been streaming the last couple of weeks because we've been having TwitchCons and whatnot. Ria Nixer is here with the 21 months also. And Cheeky Cleric with the 6 months. 3 months for Momra. And have I caught up on all the things? Let me have a look. No, this machine is broken. Silverner with a very generous tip. Thank you very much, Wolfie. I hope the Etho pin will find a good space somewhere. I was the one giving them out, though I was only the person turning them into pins, not the actual artist. Nice. Oh, I love the Etho pin. It's so great. Thank you for that gift. It was so awesome. Carrie with the biddies also. Biddies for the Hyper Train. And Juniper is back at it with a 32-month half a stack of support. Saw the notification, shoveled dinner in the family, cleaned the kitchen, and ran to plug my earbuds in. My goodness, you did all of that in like 2 minutes? Goodness. Thank you, Juniper. Zomkey, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Also, and Keyboard Spearerin with the biddies. Welcome back. I hope Comfly went past you. Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Okay, guys, I think we are all caught up, except for Fuji, please, with the 82 months of Mega OG support. Thank you, Fuji. Welcome back. Whew. That's done already? No, it's not done. It's not done already, right? Is it still cooking? What's happening? Hold on. Wait, is that done? Wow, that actually went faster than I thought. That churned through all of that wood really, really fast. I didn't even have a chance to talk about it. Hold on, let's throw some more wood in there. So yeah, guys, this is going to be our next project in Trillium. We're going to be making this thing. Also, all of this fuel can now be put back into the system as the actual fuel bits. But let's go have a look at some of the more interesting redstone-y bits here. So this minecart, unfortunately, these loaders need to do like 1 round before they start to get loaded. And they also only get ejected when this hopper is empty. So while that minecart goes around, this hopper gets filled up to about half a stack or so. Basically enough. Wait, what's happening here? Basically enough items to put a smeltable in each of the furnaces before returning back to the loading station. And I made it so that the furnaces will always be loaded no matter how much we are putting in there. Like you'll see here, right? By the time this furnace is about to smelt through that last one, it receives another one. And the same thing will happen here. So the smelters will always be burning. If you make it any bigger than this, some of the smelters stop burning because they burn through the items quicker than the minecart can deliver them to the furnaces. So this was about as big as I could make it. But you can see some of the magic is happening down here, right? As the items get smelted, they get collected by these droppers here as that minecart travels over them. That minecart is collecting all of the smeltables and then sort of depositing them randomly into these 4 dropper dispenser thingies. And so that creates like a very random assortment of smelted goods coming up here, which is exactly what I wanted to achieve. And then over here, this is the same sort of thing that we did in Season 10 with the smelter. But I always love seeing like the results of a smelter. I added like water behind there also, so it's kind of mimicking that this is like this isn't water, right? This is like a ley line of blue arcane magic or something. If you use your imagination or whatnot. So yeah, that is the smelter. It's looking good. It's looking good. And it's actually not that complex to make. It's not that many blocks required. So I'm hoping to get this thing done for an episode this week. Emperor says, Ren, you have my background while I'm making rice. Nice. I love a bit of rice. Rice is so good. So anyway, that's the plans, friends, for the next project here in the old Trillium. And should be fun. That's going to be crammed into this building over here, I think. Kind of makes sense, right? Because the trading hall is here for the clerics. And maybe actually, there might be some situation where we create a passageway. Although I guess like all the smeltables will be landing in the building on the surface. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. Maybe there's like, maybe we can add a delivery chute from the smelter to here. So like all the glass bottles could end up in a chest over here or something. Anyway, there's lots of ways that we can connect these two buildings together. But essentially, this building and this building are going to be one big machine. This is the trading hall from the glass that gets smelted here. You know, they're going to work like symbiotically between each other. So yeah, that's going to be fun. What else can I show you around here, everybody? Well, not much. I haven't got to any more sorting inside of here. I think last time we were streaming, we were working quite diligently on getting all of the sorting system set up. Managed to get this quadrant done, which is incredible. Also, these are all the items that I collected today for the smelter. So I'm pretty much ready to go tomorrow with building the smelter, which is exciting. But at some point, we need to start working on these other quadrants. I think we'll work on this one next. This is going to be the biological quadrant where we store wood. and biological things. Oh yeah, we were working on this together. We were trying to figure out the categories for these columns. But yeah, we haven't quite figured that out yet. JT says, any plans for the roofs of the smaller buildings? Yeah, I was actually playing around a little bit with that today. You know what? Let's go to my other creative world. I think it's this one. Yeah, I was playing around with some building designs. This is just like a little clone of our base on the server. Also, this is the auto smelter from last season. I had to steal some of the redstone from inside this. Whoops. Ow. Spectator. I had to steal some of the redstone from inside this one. Mostly the loader. I needed to get the redstone for the loader so that I could design this thing. So yeah, like here are some of the original sketches that I had. This is like a much bigger version of it. But it turned out that this one was actually less efficient because the furnaces weren't getting the items in time. But yeah, I was experimenting with lots of different types of roofs, JT. I think I'm going to go with the gray, actually. I tried to do, last time we were working on this, we were trying to do like some sort of a gradient with, hold on, let's get into creative mode. Oh my goodness, I'm pressing all the buttons. We tried to do a gradient thing with copper and stuff. It was just all getting like kind of messy with all the different colors. And I think like having the buildings as being gray, I think is where it's at. Also in this world, I decided that the smelter would go over here, apparently. I worked on this yesterday, I think. So I don't know, maybe this is actually a better spot for it. Maybe there's not enough space in there. I don't know. I have to figure that out, I suppose. But anyway, I think like the gray base is, the gray roofs is where we want to be at, because the gray just helps the other stuff pop a lot better, you know? And maybe we can, because this is a Mechanica building, we could add the Mechanica colors at the bottom of the roof. We don't use the roof to define like the magic type. We could use the other walls and things. But yeah, you can see like if you imagine this is also gray, I think it's just going to look kind of nice. It's going to bring this orange out. It brings the blue of the arcane archives out. It makes the nether portal pop nicely. And my original plan was for the roofs to be gray like this. And for most of the city to be gray, actually. So, you know, if the roofs are too many different colors, it just becomes this like kaleidoscope. It's like a bit of a mess, you know. I'm not like totally sold on that, but that's kind of where my mind is at the moment with regards to the roofs. Empress says, I love how we had Gigacorp and Surplus Megacorp last season. True. Also, Crimson, oh, thank you so much for the tip. That is very generous of you. Thank you for the joy. My partner and I first bonded over our love for Minecraft and your streams. You inspired us to get back into our old hobbies. We thought we were too old for being in our 30s. Now 5 years together and engaged. We now go back to lurking. Oh my goodness, congratulations on the engagement. Yo, 30s is young. You guys are so freaking young, man. Come on now. Come on now. That is awesome, though. Thank you very much, Crimson. Big shout out to you and your partner. And I'm so glad to hear that Minecraft and these streams brought you guys together. That is truly magnificent. Awesome, awesome. It turns it into Mr. Bean's base, yeah. Hey, Tangible Llama, what's up? So anyway, that's kind of the plan here, friends. I'm thinking to kick things off today. I actually need more redstone, TBH. And I'm not 100% sure if we need more tough. I think we might. And as it is our first stream back from after a while, yeah, we do need more tough. This is the last of the tough. Let's go on a tough grind and see if we can pick up some redstone while we're there. Let's get like, I don't know, like 3 shulker boxes of tough. We'll take 6 just in case. You never know. Also, we probably need some torches and whatnot for this adventure. We're just going to head down into the mines and yoink a whole bunch of tough out of the ground. Because we'll need a bunch of tough for these buildings that are coming up. So might as well get the tough grind out the way here, friends. And doing that, we can hang out a little bit. I can talk a little bit about TwitchCon. I don't want to think too much while talking about TwitchCon, you know? Lots to talk about. And digging out a bunch of tough sounds like a great way to get through this. Also, need to get back into the vibes of playing Minecraft. You know, it's been a while since I pushed these buttons. And by a while, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but, you know, in the world of the internet and in the world of playing Minecraft, like you lose the skills pretty fast. Well, I mean, I do anyway. Because, you know, I'm 7 years old. But yeah, let's get some torches out here and arrange the life a little bit. I'll get rid of this. Probably don't need to take all of this stuff either. We can leave this behind. Mir Alvar we can leave behind too. We don't need a bed down there. Although probably... Actually, you know what? We might need a bed. It's been a while since I played, so might die. Which would be embarrassing. Also, I already have a bunch of torches in that chest, so this will be torch chest. And I guess we need some more food. Yes. Guys, are there any shops in the shopping district selling real food yet? Is there like a golden carriage? Oh, there is, right? There's the taco shop. Yeah, let's go get some tacos before we head over on this adventure. Gives us a good chance to have a look at the server too. My goodness, False has been doing some incredible work over here too, looking amazing. And yeah, there's a lot of things on the server that I haven't seen yet, so let's have a look. Our green space coming together real nice. Very nice. Yo, Gail, 92 months of Giga OG resubs. What's up, Gail? What's up? Nice to see you. Adventures to where? Asks Toad Knight. I mean, we're just going into the ground. We're just going into the ground. But IRL adventures have been many over this last month. Started with the trip over to Seattle for Gamers Outreach, and then there were just like things after things after things. Lots of IRL events happened in March, April, May, in May. Many things. Yes, it is tacos. It is taco time. Right, where do we pay for the tacos? Like, how does this even work? Hi there, Skiz. What's up, dude? Do we pay for the tacos in here? Wait a minute. Friends, where do we pay the tacos? Is there a box for the payment? Am I blind? Do I just throw the diamonds? Oh, it's the barrel? Okay. This is the payment barrel. Okay, do I have diamonds in here? Yes. Okay, so I guess like 2 diamonds per stack. Plonk? 1 stack of tacos. Should do us just fine, I think. There we go. Thank you very much for the tacos. Delicious. Man, the music in that shop is awesome. Oh, hold on. Okay, getting back into the zone here, friends. Let's put the diamonds back in here. And this will be the shulker box for all the things. Tacos can go in there for now. And also... Yeah, okay, good. Oh, that's so cool. Right, anyway, let's head back to the Enchantarium, back down into the mines. Let's go get some tough. And let's have a chat. It is Taco Monday at the restaurant today. Yes, apparently. Apparently. But yeah, friends, oh my goodness, Rotterdam was so awesome. It was the first time that I've been to Rotterdam. I went to TwitchCon this year in Rotterdam. And I've been to Amsterdam a couple of times in my life. I've been to, I think I went to Amsterdam to play Magic once at a Grand Prix many years ago. And I also went to Amsterdam with a friend long ago. It was awesome. Both of my times to Amsterdam was so cool. Went in the summertime. The weather was really great. So I always had like really great experiences in the old Amsterdam. But I never went to Rotterdam. Heard a lot about it. And in fact, some of my family comes from Rotterdam originally. And I think I have some family that actually lives there now. Or at least lives close by. So I was very excited to go. But this time around, I decided to head to Rotterdam via the Eurostar. Because you don't often get the opportunity to use the Eurostar. And for me, the Eurostar is like a really amazing bit of human engineering. You know, this is a train that goes under the freaking ocean, people. Like that is an incredible bit of human endeavor, you know? So whenever I can use the Eurostar, I do. The last time I used the Eurostar, I went, believe it or not, to play Magic the Gathering in Paris at a Grand Prix. Many years ago, there was a Grand Prix in Disneyland Paris. So I Eurostar there. So that was the last time that I used it. So I was like really excited to get back on the Eurostar. But for me, getting to the Eurostar is a mission in itself, because I live quite far away from London, and even to get into London is quite the endeavor. But it was definitely worth it. Now, let's just find a spot to find some tuff here, friends. Also, Blue Vendetta, excuse me, 5 gifted subs. Yo, Vendetta, thank you so much. That is very, very generous. Thank you. Also, Mayfire is here with the 32 months of half-stack support. So nice to hear your dulcet tones, says Mayfire. Thank you, May. Lovely to see you again, too. I hope you are well. Didi says, I get seasick so the Eurostar is a literal lifesaver. Yeah, I mean, the Eurostar is a great thing to use for people that don't like flying or, struggle with flying travel or whatever. Eurostar is a great option. And these days, the Eurostar has a lot more connections, especially toward toward the Netherlands. Because before, the last time I used the Eurostar, I think it just went to Lille, and then if you wanted to get to the Netherlands, you needed to take a train from Lille to the Netherlands, and it was just like an overland train. Look at this. We buzzed straight into a fresh patch of beautiful tuff. Let's just do some mining here, friends. But now there's a Eurostar connection directly to Rotterdam and to Amsterdam, in fact, which is amazing. Really amazing for people who live in the Netherlands to get to London. Just one train. You just sit on the Eurostar, get on Eurostar in Amsterdam, and 4 hours later, you're in London. Pretty awesome. But yeah, it's funny because it almost takes me about the same time to get from my house to London than it does to get from London to Rotterdam. I mean, not quite, but for me to get to London without driving, I've got to get to the station in my local town here. And so I have to take a taxi to get to the station in my local town. Then I have to take a local train from my little town station to a bigger station, because my town doesn't go directly to London. So I have to take a little train to get to a station that does go directly to London. So I have to go to the main line. And then from there, I take the train straight to London, to the west of London, and then I got to take another train from the west of London to get to St. Pancras, which is where the Eurostar is. So for me, the journey was pretty grueling just to get to the Eurostar. Also, my Eurostar left early in the morning. I think it was the 10 a.m. Eurostar. And where I live out here, diamonds! I can't risk trying to get to St. Pancras from where I live in the morning, because if any of the trains are delayed, or sometimes the trains just don't from my town, sometimes the trains are just cancelled. The train that goes from my town to the bigger station, those trains just often get cancelled, so couldn't risk it. So instead I spent a night in London. So I left the day before I took the Eurostar to Rotterdam. Spent the night in London. Remember I was telling you that this was a very expensive trip? Yeah. Just getting to London was expensive. And then for those of you guys who have ever stayed in London, whew, man, the cheapest possible hotel in London ain't cheap. So that was, that was a little bit of a hit to the wallet before I even got anywhere close to Rotterdam. But it was cool to go to London. I love going to London. It's one of my favorite places. And I actually got to London pretty early on the day before I left. I arrived at lunchtime. And then I spent the day in London going to see some of the places that I lived in while I used to live in London, which was a wild trip down nostalgia lane, When I first got to London, I lived in a part of the city called Elephant and Castle, which at the time was a pretty rundown part of the city. It's kind of just south of the river, of the Thames River. But these days, it's been transformed into one of the newest parts of the city, and I couldn't actually believe it. It's amazing there now. Just massive skyscrapers everywhere. Everything's been gentrified. It looks incredible there now. Jeez, so modern. It looks like a a brand new modern city or something. Diamonds! I also went up north because when I lived in London, I used to live in the north too. I used to live in or near a place called Highgate. And in fact, I might be getting my facts wrong here. Some Londoners out there, maybe you can correct me, but I'm pretty sure, is it Karl Marx that is buried in Highgate? There's like some important person that was buried in Highgate in London. Anyway, I used to live there. And when I moved up there to Highgate, it was my first like super adult move of my life. I was dating someone that and we were very serious, and we were on the track to get married and do all of that stuff. And it was our first move to go and live together, you know, like as a serious couple. And we moved up there to Highgate and found a small place to live there. So that place, Highgate's always had a very special part in my soul. And I decided to go and have a look again and sort of walk the streets that we used to walk back then, you know. And it was a lovely little trip down memory lane. A little bit sad also at the same time, but you know, sometimes we must face the things that make us sad instead of ignoring them or pretending that they aren't there. So I decided to go do a little bit of soul searching there in Highgate. So that was really cool. And also, of course, had to pop into town and go to Forbidden Planet, because when in London, one must go to Forbidden Planet if you are a nerd, you know. And then I was in my hotel. And my train was at 10. But the hotel that I stayed in was like a 15-minute walk from St. Pancras, which is the station that the Eurostar leaves from. So had to get up pretty early in the morning and have a nice brisk walk in London with all of the Londoners going to work. Felt like I was like, man, this is what I used to do. You know, taking the tubes and being a part of the hustle and bustle of the city. And when I got to St. Pancras, oh my goodness, the queue for the Eurostar was actually insane. It was snaking all the way through the station. It was like, I don't know, 1,000-person queue. It was huge. And I got into the queue, and it took about an hour or so to get to the train, actually, from the queue. But while I was in the queue, I noticed that there was a bunch of people wearing like Disney shirts and stuff. So there was obviously, there must have been like some sort of a Disney event or something at Disneyland Paris, or maybe, yeah, like, I don't know, like like a holiday special or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just the week that people go to Disneyland. I don't know. I have no idea. But there was like a bunch of Disney people going to Disneyland. So it was like the Disney queue. Everybody had like Disney shirts on and Mickey Mouse ears and, you know, all of that stuff. So it was kind of cool being in and amongst all of the Disney folk. Samoy says, do you get reserved seats on the Eurostar? You can reserve seats on the Eurostar, yes. And I got a reserved seat on the way there, but not on the... no, I got a reserved seat on both occasions, I believe, yeah. Yeah, you do get a reserved seat. It's kind of like an aeroplane, right? Like you can choose your seat on the app. I think if you don't choose your seat, you just get randomly assigned one, I suppose. But the Eurostar is way easier to get through than an airport, right? Like there is security, and they scan your bags. But it's super fast. Like once you get to the security, you just pop your bags onto the thing. They scan it. They scan your body or whatever, and then you're through. And then that's it. Like there's no mess, no fuss. Also, you can take whatever you want. You can take batteries. You can take liquids, bottles of water, whatever. Right? Like there's very little. There's no restrictions really on what you can take. You just have to be able to lift your bag up, because you take your bags onto the train and stow them on the train. Your bags don't get taken away to, you know, like a storage cart or whatever. But yeah, on the way up with all the Disney folk, it was really awesome. There was a lot of like joy and happiness in the air. And I'm pretty sure there was some people going to TwitchCon too. You can spot the TwitchCon folk, you know. I don't know if any of you guys were traveling on the Eurostar on that day, but I know that having spoken to a bunch of people at TwitchCon, there were some people that had taken the Eurostar, so... You know, there were a few other people there, which was cool. And yeah, the train just went straight to Central in Rotterdam. It's the stop before Amsterdam. And I got off there, and I don't know. Who was I was talking to somebody about this, It might have been Mayskull, actually. I also met Mayskull, which is the one of our Hermitcraft server admins. And I met a couple of other Dutch people too. And I was saying like, whenever I go to the Netherlands, I feel this weird familiarity. I don't know. It must be like ingrained within my genetics, you know? Because I'm basically like 80% Dutch. And when I'm in the Netherlands, I can see my face in other people. You know, I can sort of see my features. I see my cousins. You know, the way that my cousins look. I feel like a familiarity with the place and the people there. So the moment that I got to Rotterdam Central, I was like, oh man, this feels so cool. This place is so awesome. Also, when I got there, it was like a very beautiful day. It had just been like a huge heat wave in the UK. And there had been a big heat wave in Western Europe too, but it had like reasonably diminished. It was still pretty hot though, but it was like a beautiful blue sky, sunny day. Oh, it was so gorgeous. And like the area around Rotterdam Central is very nice. Like there's lots of beautiful canals and trees and art and things like that. And to get to my hotel from there, I had to take the metro. Which is pretty awesome. Like the metro in Rotterdam is super modern. It's really comfortable. It's super efficient. Really easy to like understand the system. It's a little bit like the London Underground. Like it's all color coded very easily, and it's very difficult to like get lost, you know, or to not be able to understand the metro. Actually, one of the greatest metros that I have seen, actually. Way better than like the metro in Paris. I still think the London Underground is the greatest metro in the world, but the Rotterdam metro is pretty awesome. It was pretty good. But then to get to my hotel was like quite a walk, actually. It was like a I don't know, maybe a 10, 15-minute walk. So I was like walking along the road with my suitcase, you know, dragging it along. But seeing a bunch of other Twitch people all over the place. Heading to the same hotel. In fact, I met some very nice folk in the hotel that I stayed in, and I want to say a big shout out to them for being very respectful and sort of not disturbing me or whatever, you know, while I was there. You know, like when us creators go to these events, the hotel part of our journey is kind of like the quiet place, you know, that's the place where we go to recharge. Like when we go to the actual events, I want to meet as many of you as possible. I want to hug every single person. I want to listen to every single person's story. I'm actually really bad for meet and greets because I want to talk to everybody for a really long time. I want to hear everyone's stories and whatnot. But in a timed meet and greet, you're not supposed to spend like so much time with people because there's so many people waiting to meet you, you know. But I did meet some very, very nice people in the hotel. They were very respectful. So big shout out to you if you're watching this. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for being so kind and so respectful to us. It was very, very awesome. But yeah, when I got to the hotel, I was extremely excited, also a little bit exhausted, and a whole bunch of other people had already arrived in Rotterdam. Cleo and False were there, and we got together. And we just had some dinner, just the three of us. We were gonna, like, I think we were gonna try meet up with everyone. It's all such a blur now, you know. I'm trying to remember this accurately, but I think everybody had arrived on that day. All the other people that had gone, they had arrived on the same day. Everybody was like quite exhausted from the travel, and I think there was quite a lot of issues with the flights and stuff. Like some of the flights out of the UK got delayed, some of them got cancelled. It was all a little bit of a mess. In the flights department. I was so happy that I traveled on the Eurostar because there were no problems at all. My train left perfectly on time. It arrived bang on the time that it said it was going to arrive. So I was like, man, guys, take the Eurostar next time. You know what I mean? Not sponsored by the Eurostar, but should be. So anyway, it was so awesome to meet up with False and Cleo on that first night. Of course, we had kind of just seen each other in Seattle. It hadn't been that long since we'd hung out already. So when we met up, we were like, oh, hi. Oh, it's you again. we literally just saw each other the other day, but here we are again. Excellent. Oh, man. But yeah, I think we went and had a nice bit of lunch, and we were just sort of chilling, enjoying the city, enjoying the quiet time, because we knew that the next day was coming. The first day of TwitchCon was on the way, and it was going to be very, very intense. Although I think, if I recall correctly, I think I went on the Wednesday. TwitchCon started on the Friday. No, it started on the Saturday. I went on the Thursday, I believe. And yeah, a lot of us decided to go just a day early, just to get ready, get climatized to Rotterdam, get used to everything. And so on, what did I do? What did we do on Friday? I think on Friday, oh yeah, Friday was, we went shopping. A whole bunch of us met up in the center. Diamonds! And we went and did a whole bunch of clothes shopping and whatnot. I managed to pick up some fresh new threads with some help from False and Cleo, because my fashion sense is very, very bad, everybody. Turns out, like False, Cleo, and Scott, these three are very smart when it comes to choosing good clothes for me. The last, 3 or 4 pieces of clothing that I bought have been suggested by my friends, not by me. And you know what's so funny? Like False or Cleo or Scott will suggest, or Cambam will suggest a piece of clothing. I'm like, no, that doesn't look, I don't like that. And they're like, dude, just try it on. Just try it on. And then I'll go put it on. I'm like, actually, this is kind of awesome. So yeah, I'm basically being dressed by my friends these days, everybody. Oh, and yes, actually, speaking of meeting people, I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but we met some people in Uniqlo, of all places. We went to Uniqlo because I wanted to get a jacket or something. And I really like Uniqlo. It's really cool. And also, the last time in Seattle, Scott took me to Uniqlo and found me this awesome jacket in Uniqlo. So I was like, okay, obviously Uniqlo works for me. And yeah, we met some people in Uniqlo. We were upstairs looking at some hoodies and stuff. And then I think they were locals. I think there was 3 of them. They came up to us and they're like, hey guys, we don't want to bother you, but you're Hermitcraft, right? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, please can we just get a really quick picture? By the way, I want to say a really big shout out to all of you wonderful local Rotterdamians. You are all so incredibly respectful. It is so amazing. We met a bunch of people just out in the wild, on the metro or in the town or at restaurants or in the shops. And the first thing that every single person would say to us would be like, oh, we don't want to disturb you. We're so sorry. If you don't want to talk to us or whatever, that's totally fine. We can see you at the con. And it was just so it was so awesome. So big shout out to the Dutch, man. You guys are awesome. So yes, Friday was getting some clothes. Oh, I know. I wanted to get a sweet jacket for the POW party that happened on that night. That's why we went shopping. Yes. I needed to get some fresh threads for the POW party. And on that Friday after shopping, we took that day kind of easy, we had some breakfast in the morning, woke up nice and late, had some breakfast, went shopping, and then headed over to the POW party, which was really, really, really cool. Big shout out to Apo and to Owen for a really amazing get together. I mean, the POW parties are always awesome. And this one was no exception. It was fantastic. I met all of my favorite POW people, a whole bunch of new POW people, and guys, I want to say a big shout out now to my new friend Mogswamp, who I played with a little bit in Rats SMP 2, but only I think we only interacted a couple of times in Rats SMP 2, but in Rotterdam, I spent a bunch of time with Mogswamp, and it turns out we are very similar in very many ways. We have so many similarities with our life stories and whatnot, and we have a lot in common too. And we just got on like a house on fire. And Moggs is such an awesome dude. Oh my goodness, he is so cool. He's the coolest guy. I got a bit of a man crush on the old Moggs. He's so cool. So big shout out to my new friend Moggs. Had an absolute blast hanging out with him at the POW party, and had a really great time there. It was fantastic. And yeah, the next day, was Conde. And oh my goodness, I didn't. I was so nervous. I was so scared. It was on the Saturday. I didn't actually. I went to TwitchCon without. I originally went without anything planned. Really, I literally wanted to go as a spectator because I wasn't an MCC. Not because I wasn't invited. It's because I forgot to sign up. You know how it goes. It's the typical Rendog move. You know what I mean? Forgot to sign up for the best MCC of all time. Did you guys watch the MCC, by the way? It was insane. It was amazing. It was incredible. I was in the crowd for... Okay, hold on. I'll tell you about that when we get there. We'll talk about the MCC when we get there. The MCC was amazing. Oh my goodness. It was... Oh, it was so awesome. It was so incredible watching it from your guys' perspective too. And even I definitely had a bunch of FOMO though. I was like, oh my God, oh man, I got to talk about this later. But guys, oh man, I got to when False and Clear walked out, I was so proud. Oh, they were so awesome, and it was so great. Seeing my friends on the stage, pretty much every person in this MCC, I was good friend. I'm good friends with an IRL, you know, which was crazy. It was a crazy experience. I was like, oh man, all these people, they're so awesome. Anyway, we'll get there. Where are we? Oh, we're on Saturday. Okay, we're on Conde. Yeah, we're on Conde. Which was a Saturday. Yeah, so we woke up nice and early to get some breakfast in. I was having the most outrageous breakfasts, guys. I think on Saturday Conde, I had the biggest breakfast that I've had in a really, really long time because I learned from San Diego TwitchCon last year, right? When you get to the convention, you are locked in for the rest of the day. There is no eating. There is no time for eating. There is no time for, lunch or dinner or any of that. It's locked in time. It is time to meet the fans and time to, meet the community, and however long it takes, that's how long it takes. That's how I approach these things. And on Saturday, and yeah, this goes back to what I was saying before. So I'm all over the place here, friends. I originally went to TwitchCon as a spectator. I didn't really have anything on the plans. But as time progressed, things started to pop up. For example, the Power Party was... I was invited to the Power Party eventually. I was like, oh, that's happening. Cool, I'll go to that. And then a couple of weeks before, Martin messaged me. He was like, hey, dude, you want to do a meet and greet with me at TwitchCon? And I was like, dude, yeah, that sounds insane. The king in his hand. IRL meetup for the first time ever. Yes, let's do this thing. And Martin, I don't know, he was already in the TwitchCon roster for MCC, of course, and all the other amazing things that he did. And he's like, no worries, dude, I'll get it all sorted and organized. And so Martin arranged for us to have a meet and greet in the morning. I mean, we were first up, dudes. We were first meet and greet of the day, 10:30 a.m. Martin and Ren meeting the fans in the official meet and greet area. Now, this started with a little bit of chaos because I didn't really know where to go. I didn't know where the meet and greet area was, and I couldn't find Martin because he was in a different hotel than me. And so we were like, okay, we'll meet up at the venue, and then we'll try find the meet and greet area together. But Martin got waylaid on the way to the meet and greet area by other fans or something. I don't know what happened, but he basically got to the meet and greet area a few minutes before the meet and greet actually was meant to start. And I was desperately trying to find him because I didn't know if I was in the right place or not. But I ended up in the right place, which ironically was right next to the Magic the Gathering area of the convention, which was amazing. And I remember being just outside the meet and greet area, and I was going to try and go in and find Martin, but I was like, you know what? Let me go take a look at the Magic stuff, because we're right here. We might as well have a quick nosy into the Magic stuff. But I didn't even get one step toward the Magic stuff before a bunch of fans recognized me and started to talk to me. And one of the most amazing things, guys, that something that I never get used to at these conventions, is that when someone comes to meet you, right, and you start having a chat with them. Then other people start to see that like something's happening, and then they recognize you, and then and then a queue forms. You know, like an impromptu queue, and everyone at TwitchCon, you guys are always so amazing. Like you form an orderly queue. It's like you're all British or something. An orderly queue starts to form, and everybody waits patiently for their chance to say hello. And I didn't really get a chance to go have a look at the magic stuff because a queue suddenly started to form, and I was like, guys, oh my goodness, I'm so excited because this was also like, I had a couple of mini queues form on the way in. Also, I think we met as False Cleo and I walked into the convention on the first day. There were people waiting for us right there at the entrance, so we immediately met people as we got there, which was amazing. But we were like, guys, I got to get to a meet and greet and stuff, you know. And I was like, oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. I got a meet and greet coming up in a few minutes, you know. And I said hello to some of them and whatnot. But I said to them, guys, if you don't get to meet me here, then don't worry. I will do my best to meet everybody possible at the convention at some point today, or today and tomorrow. I will meet as many of you as possible. So just, keep an eye out and come say hello when you can. But anyway, Martin sent me a message. He's like, dude, I'm here. Where are you? I'm backstage. Where are you? I'm like, I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm in the right place. He's like, dude, just go to the security and ask if you can come in. So I went stupidly. I joined the queue of like the people that were actually coming to meet and greet me. I joined my own queue, everybody. I mean, you hate to see it. But I joined the queue, and then I got to, the person that was checking the tickets and whatnot. And, this is a good moment actually to say, I want to say that I was incredibly impressed with Twitch's security this time around. In San Diego, it was a little bit all over the place. The security was a little bit all over the place. But to be fair, the San Diego venue is massive, and it's very, very hard to maintain security across such a huge venue. But the Rotterdam Ahoy, which is the name of the venue, is much smaller and more compact. So the security is a lot tighter. And, the security in Rotterdam was really great, very friendly, very understanding and patient. They did a really great job. But when I got to the front of my own queue, they were like, "Oh, are you here to meet Rendog and Martin?" And I was like, "No, I am I am Rendog." And the security person looked at me like, it's kind of suspicious. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, lots of people say that. They were like a little bit suspicious of it. I was like, no, dude, no, it's me. It is me. I am Ren. I'm the Ren dog. I'm Ren the dog. I'm here to meet these people with Martin. Like, there's Martin over there. And I was trying to get Martin's attention, so that he could wave at me. But I want to take my hats off to the security. They didn't just believe me and just let me in. They were like, we need to confirm this. So they took me out of the queue and to the backstage area. And then I phoned Martin, and Martin spoke to them and said, yep, he needs to come to the backstage. And then they're like, okay, cool, let's get you there, and then they got me there as fast as possible. So big shout out to the Twitch security team at this TwitchCon. You guys were really amazing. And I felt, very, very safe and secure, like knowing that not even, like, I couldn't even get to my own meet and greet, even being the person that was being meted and greeted. Like, that's tight security, I appreciate that. That's awesome. And they did a great job keeping us all safe and whatnot. And Martin and I we were hanging out backstage a couple of minutes before we went out. And we popped our head around, and the queue was insane. Like, our meet and greet queue, guys, it was endless. It looked like it had no end. There was a fan spawner at the back of our queue. It's like a zombie spawner. It's every 8 seconds, a new fan just spawned. Boop. It was crazy. There was so many of you wonderful folks coming to meet Martin and me. It was unbelievably humbling and absolutely incredible. And we started to meet people as we came out. Everybody cheered. Oh, it was so cool. And there were people next to us also that were doing meeting and greeting and stuff. But pretty sure like Martin and I's queue was the biggest, or at least it felt like it was the biggest. Martin had to get his butt to like an actual broadcast after our meet and greet. he had to go be on stage as like a proper broadcaster for like one of the big Twitch, one of the big like broadcast events. And we were about like 20 minutes into the meet and greet, and Martin looked at me. It's like, dude, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the next event. Like, this is so many people. How are we going to get through all of these people? This is crazy. And I was like, bro, you just got to head down. We just got to get this done, brother. Also, I want to say a really big thank you to one of the Twitch staff that was helping us take the pictures. They were really amazing. So we started off pretty slow because Martin and I were just having such a good time talking to every single person that we met, you know, having a good old chin chat with all of you folks that were meeting and greeting us in the beginning. But, you know, there's like hundreds of people in the queue and you only have 2 hours to meet everybody. So if you have a 5-minute chat with everybody, you just, like, the people at the back of the queue just don't get a chance to meet you. And, you know, it is devastating for me to know that somebody waits 2 hours in a queue to meet me and then can't, right? Like, that's horrible. Like, we can't let that sort of thing happen, you know? So Martin and I had a quick chat with the Twitch staff and like, hey, let's try and make this a little bit more efficient. How can we get this meet and greet, you know, cooking? And we asked one of the helpers there to help with taking the pictures. So we got into like a really good system where a fan would come and hand over their camera to the Twitch staff member, and the Twitch staff member would take a picture of. We'd have a quick chat and then we'd have a picture and sign something for them. And this particular helper was having like it actually looked like they were really enjoying themselves. And every time they took a picture of us with somebody, they would say to the person, "Oh, that was such a great picture. You look so good in that picture." And that was just so nice. It was such a nice little touch that this person did. You know, it really made every picture feel special, and every person that came to us feel like they got something special out of it. So a big thanks to the Twitch staffers. That was really, really cool. Anyway, 2 hours passed like in the blink of an eye. I don't even know how many of you guys we met. I have no idea. That whole meet and greet is literally a blur in my mind. I cannot recall any of it. Hundreds of pictures and signatures and chats and gifts. I got so many gifts. In fact, we're going to have a stream at some point in the next couple of weeks where I want to show you guys some of the cool stuff that you guys gave me. Oh my goodness. I got so many incredible homemade gifts and art and pictures and writings, and I mean, just unbelievable things, guys. Really, really incredible. So for those of you guys who gave me a gift at the meet and greet, thank you so much. I have all of it here. In fact, I even have Martin's gifts also. I'm going to post it to him. At the end of the meet and greet, we ran half an hour late, right? We ran half an hour over the time, because they were just, we had so many people in our queue. And Martin was like, dude, let's just keep going. I only have to be on the broadcast like 30 minutes into the broadcast. I was just going to be sitting there on the couch, but I do need to be there for my segment. But let's just meet and greet until 5 minutes before I have to go. And so we just carried on. We just like carried on going as much as we could. And 25 minutes overtime, Martin was like, okay, dude, I gotta go. And Martin had to like literally run across the venue to get to his other event. And the next meet and greet was waiting for us to finish. And so so we just piled all of the gifts into like one big bag, into one big box. And then later that night in my hotel, I sorted them into Martin and Ren. So I have a bag of my gifts and I have a bag of Martin's gifts. And I'm going to post them to Martin, and I'm sure that he'll show those gifts to you guys on his streams too. But yeah, that was an incredible experience. That was so awesome. And a big shout out to everybody who came to meet us on that day. I hope you guys all had a chance to say hello. And I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you coming to say hello and waiting in the queue and, you know, going through all of that, you know, traveling, all of that. Uh-oh. Yikes. Whew, okay. Computer almost tried to blow up there, but we're fine. So yeah, after the meet and greet, I'm trying to remember what happened next. Oh my goodness, it was all such a blur. Saturday was an absolute blur. I hadn't been to the partner lounge yet where all of the other creators were. So I think I went there to go get some food, and there was a whole bunch of awesome people there. All the MCC peeps were there. All of my friends were there. Everybody that, you guys know and love in the Minecraft space was there. And I went and had a little bit of lunch and a little bit of downtime to recharge. Because, of course, out in the halls of Ahoy was waiting a bunch of fans who didn't manage to make it into the meet and greet. And I met so many of you who said that you tried to sign up for the Martin Wren meet and greet, but I think the places were completely taken in 10 minutes or something. And a bunch of you guys didn't get to meet us. So I really made an effort this TwitchCon to try and meet all of you guys who didn't get into the meet and greet. And so for the rest of the afternoon, I hit the floor of the Ahoy, and I remember, I remember False Cleo and I were in the partner lounge having some lunch, and we got ready to go outside and go meet some of you guys. And we didn't make it like, I don't know, 5 steps. We didn't make 5 steps out of the partner lounge before we met some of you fine people out there. And like I said earlier, right, like once we started talking to one person, suddenly the queue just insta-spawned. And we had a queue for each of us, for False and for Cleo and for me. And as soon as somebody met False, then they would go join Cleo's queue, and then when they met Cleo, they'd come join mine queue. So like we were just like, okay, cool, this is what we're doing for the next hour. Let's do this thing. And so we met a bunch of people there in the upstairs. I mean, we hadn't even got to the main floor yet, which was amazing. By the way, an incredible amount of Minecraft people at this TwitchCon, more than Seattle by far, or San Diego by far. This was basically Minecon. Like, there was so many Minecrafters at this TwitchCon. Like, it was basically Minecon. And it was, I mean, you love to see it. It was absolute Minecraft domination. It was so great. But Minecraft did have its own section of this con, and it was amazing. Like, they basically took one of the main arena areas of the Rotterdam Ahoy and just literally turned it into Minecraft. And the design of that room actually comes with a pretty cool story. I was hanging out with Anthony and Jesse, who work at Mojang, and they were telling me about how they actually designed the Minecraft area of this TwitchCon, and it's actually so cool. They did it in Minecraft. Like, for those of you guys who were there and you saw it, how cool is that? Like, the Mojang team designed the Minecraft hall in Minecraft, and then they made it happen in IRL. I just think that is so cool. I was like, man, you guys are, you Mojang folks are so cool. Like, that is, what an amazing, like, job you have. Like, imagine like that's your job for the week, right? Okay, we need to design the Rotterdam Minecraft area. How are we going to do this, guys? Shall we like sketch this out like on a piece of paper? Nah, let's just do it in Minecraft. Okay, cool. Let's play Minecraft for the next 3 days. So good. But again, guys, it was so funny. Like Cleo, False, and I were like, okay, let's go see the Minecraft area after we met people for ages. We're like, okay, let's take a break from meeting and let's go see the Minecraft area, go see what's up there, because there were quests there that you can complete to get a new cape, and we were like, okay, we want to go get the cape, right? So we want to go complete the quests. And guys, I know this is like starting to become a bit of a meme or something, but literally at 5 steps into the Minecraft area, 5 steps. As we walked in, the queues insta-spawned. Like, it was just insta-spawning. And we were like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I suppose we should have seen this coming. This is the Minecraft zone of TwitchCon, where literally all the Minecraft people are. And a lot of Hermitcraft fans are, obviously. So we probably should have thought about this, a little bit better. Oh, by the way, we did get to see the Minecraft area early, I think. I'm having vague memories now of this. I think we went early in the morning. I actually can't remember this. I need to have a chat with False at some point to confirm this. But I think we did see the Minecraft area earlier, maybe the day before, when it wasn't very busy. So I think we had some sort of an idea that it wasn't going to be that busy, but when we walked in on the Saturday, it was rammed. By far the busiest part of the convention, by far. Such an amazing zone too. And we insta-spawned queues there. So we didn't even get into the Minecraft area. We didn't even get anywhere near the Minecraft area. And we started meeting and greeting there in the Minecraft area. And about 40 minutes into the meeting and greeting, False said we saw it on Friday. That's right, JT. Yeah. We saw it on Friday, which was really cool. But yeah, like maybe 40 minutes or so into meeting people in the Minecraft area, a very serious person came to us. A man in a very serious suit, you know, with an earpiece. You know, like one of the serious folk. Like not one of the like a security person, but the security person that controls the security. You know what I mean? Like the dude from the mothership, you know? And he just came to us and very quietly said, you guys are blocking the fire exits. You're creating a bit of a health and safety hazard here. We're going to have to ask you to quietly move along to somewhere else. And I believe it wasn't even like the venue security. It wasn't even Mojang head of security. It was the Microsoft head of security. So, you know, the very serious security man, the most serious of all the security men. And so we had to say to the guys, or to the queues, guys, we have to move along here. We're creating a bit of a scene. But do come and see us when you can. You know, we're going to be here all weekend. So make sure if you didn't get to meet us here, just come and see us at some other part now. But yeah, we got into a little bit of trouble with the Microsoft security man. But he was very, very kind, by the way. I don't want to paint him in a bad light. He was very understanding of what was going on. And he was just like, we have to make sure that these these fire exits are safe, you know, which is, fair enough. That's totally fair enough. So we kind of dispersed the queues and we went on our way. Now, this was pretty late on the Saturday at this stage. And there was the Twitch party, I think, that night or whatever, the partner party, which was just in one of the sections of the venue. There was like a bunch of food and there was like live music and all of that sort of thing. So we decided to go to that. But it was very, very loud and very, very busy. And I think if you're like a young Twitch streamer, wow, geez, what is happening here, friends? Did I dig all of this out now? Let's go fix the pickaxe, by the way. Yeah, like if you're like a young Twitch streamer, like in your 20s, I mean, I'm only 7. So, I'm a young Twitch streamer. What is this? Whose is this? What is this? Whose beacon is this? Is this open? Can I escape? What the heck? That's a bit of glass. Oh no! It's a bit of glass. Is this a false symmetry beacon? I think it is, right? Okay. Well, we're trapped in the cave systems, everybody. Oh my goodness. I guess this is not the way out then. Sure. Let's go back down. Oh man, that's funny. Actually, I think these tunnels are a little bit higher than my tunnels, I think. Let's see if we can find our way. Oh, the redstone. I don't want to break this pickaxe though. I need the redstone though. Anyway, so yeah, we went to the Twitch party and had some food and stuff. But yeah, it was very loud. It was very loud and, like it had been a very, very long day. Like I'd started meeting and greeting at 10:30 with Martin and literally just met and gret all day, basically. And I was kind of hungry and wanted to go get some food and whatnot. So we decided to leave the party a little bit earlier than usual. And I think, trying to remember what we did that night. Actually, legitimately can't remember now. Wait, what the heck? What is happening? Where am I? Right, this will take us up, right? I don't know where I am. I think I'm in False Symmetry's noodles. That's what's happening here. No! Again with the... Uh-oh. This is bad. Where am I? I'm confused. I'm gonna have to break something, I think. Oh, it's a trapdoor. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, I was in Pearl's noodles. Goodness gracious. Okay. Wow, we came far. Sheesh. Yes, anyway, so what did we do that night? Oh, I know what we did that night. Oh, guys. Wow, Saturday was actually wild. By the way, Cleo and I realized, I think that day we were talking and we realized how much we had been walking. And basically, we were averaging like 15 to 30,000 steps a day. It was legitimately kind of wild. How far we were walking. And Saturday, just walking around the venue, walking around town, like the steps add up, like they add up very quickly. And we were both saying at one point, like, this is the most we have walked in like years, It was absolutely crazy. But yes, that night, on Saturday night, I got to say, dude, I got so many shout outs for the trip to TwitchCon. But one of Martin's friends, a wonderful gentleman called Draz, offered to host a Magic the Gathering draft with anyone who wanted to play. And on Saturday night, we got together at one of the hotels in one of the lobbies, and we played some Magic the Gathering. And Draz brought for us a bunch of boosters from Strixhaven, and we played a sealed event. So we, from six boosters plus a Lorwyn Eclipse booster pack, we each made a deck, and we played each other 1v1 Magic. And by the way, Draz gifted this to us too. This was just a gift. And another amazing Dutch person that we met, so generous, so kind. And I was so excited because Martin had said to me a couple of weeks before we went, he's like, dude, you want to play some Magic in Rotterdam? I was like, hell yeah, dude. Definitely. That would be so amazing. He's like, leave it with me, man. I'll make it happen. And with the help of his friend Draz, we got to play some Magic. It was me, it was Martin, it was Gracie, it was Ozza, and it was Caesar. These were the Magic the Gathering nerds that gathered after Saturday. Now, bear in mind, we'd been meeting and greeting since 10:30. We were exhausted by the time we got there. And we managed to play a little bit of Magic until like 1 in the morning. We didn't actually get to play everybody. Martin and I played a game against each other, which went super long because while we were playing, someone from Microsoft came over to say hello. They had spotted us in the convention. They came to say over. They were a part of the security team from the Microsoft side of things, and they came over and said hello. And then we spoke to them for a little bit about how to improve security in San Diego, so that we could maybe improve the way that the meet and greets are managed and whatnot, right? So we had like a business chat with him, I guess, about the San Diego event. So Martin and I's game lasted a really, really long time. Plus Martin's deck was really good. My deck was really good. And Martin's not like a huge Magic player, but he's getting there. He's got the skills. He's got what it takes to be a Magic player for sure. And he enjoys the game too. So that was quite fun. Seeing the Magic player in Martin blossom, But yeah, that game ended. We ended the Magic festivities at like 2 in the morning. Or like 1:30, I think we left, which is pretty crazy considering it was, day 2 the next day. For me, I wasn't too worried because I wasn't an MCC, but, Martin was an MCC. Like there were people that were playing in the MCC that needed to get to bed. And a funny story about Saturday night, guys. When I got to... So, like, I went to the NVIDIA event with False, and while I was at the NVIDIA event with False, my phone was in my pocket and it was on. Like my phone was, like in my pocket, it was on. So it just ran out of battery. So when I left the NVIDIA event before False to get to, because I had to go all the way across town to get to the Magic thing. The last thing that I could do on my phone was get an Uber to the Magic thing. And then my phone died in the Uber when I got to the hotel. So I got to the hotel, I had no phone. Phone dead. And our Magic game ended, at 1:30 in the morning. And I suddenly had a moment of panic. I was like, I am in an unknown city. I have no idea how to get back to my hotel without the internet. By the way, we are too reliant on the internet, everyone. We need to learn how to navigate through cities without phones. I'm just saying. I was actually kind of embarrassed about it, I was like, man, I should be able to, I don't need a phone to get back to my hotel. I kind of know where it is. I can use the metro. I can figure this out. So I had two options. I could ask Martin or something to phone me an Uber or whatever, but I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get to my hotel without a phone, without technology, using the Uber, using the transport system. And Draz, the gentleman that he was, gave me his Metro card that I could use to get onto the Metro because I was using my phone as my wallet, right? You have your bank card on your phone or whatever. That's how I use my phone to use the Metro. So I didn't have cash, so I couldn't even get on the Metro. But then Draz was like, dude, just take my Metro card. I was like, okay, cool. I got the Metro card. I can ask people if I need help, right? Dutch people are very friendly. Ek kan 'n bietjie Afrikaans met hulle praat. Miskien sal hulle my help. As ek Afrikaans praat, I can speak a bit of Afrikaans, which is a little bit like Dutch. Maybe I can find some help. And so from the hotel where we played Magic, I figured out where the metro station was. Wasn't too far away. Got down into the metro, navigated the maps to try and figure out how to get to the station that I knew that was close to my hotel, right? So far, so good. Everything was going fine. I was on the metro. I was on the right lines. I needed to make one change, I think. Then I got to the station that was close to my hotel. I was like, okay, cool. Now I just got to walk, right? Now I just got to walk to the hotel. And then I'm in. Done deal. Well, walked in the wrong direction. So if the hotel was west, I walked east because there was a building east that kind of looked like the hotel. And I was like, oh, there's the hotel. Cool. I'll just walk there. Well, turns out I walked the wrong way for 20 minutes and got lost. However, I was roaming around this. I was on one of the main highway things, one of the highway roads. And I obviously looked pretty lost and a little bit in distress. This amazing Dutch person came up to me who was traveling at night. They were on a bicycle. And they were just heading home. And they asked me if I was okay and if I needed help. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm trying to get to this hotel. And they're like, no worries. Just follow me. I'll take you there. And they just, got off their bike and walked me to the hotel. And I was like, oh, awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you. And so the lesson I learned was you can navigate your way through cities without the use of technology. It is possible. Believe it or not, everybody. It is literally possible. And also, people are awesome. There are really good souls out there that will help. And we shouldn't be so scared of each other, So I had a little bit of a humanity lesson on my trip back. So anyway, I got back super late. I didn't have any big events or anything in the morning on the Sunday. So, it wasn't too bad. I think I just slept in, had a nice late breakfast, another nice massive breakfast. Because of course, Sunday was MCC day. And my goal for the SwitchCon was to watch MCC with the crowd. I wanted to experience MCC like the crowd does, The only way that I've ever experienced MCC is either first person, like if I'm playing, or if I'm watching someone else streaming, I've never really experienced MCC from the perspective of the arena, which, was super exciting. I was really, really excited to experience this. I'd met up with Doc also the day before. Yeah, I met up with Doc at the Twitch party, and we hung out a little bit there, which was awesome. And then on the Sunday, we met up again to watch the MCC, and I got to watch it from the balcony because balcony access was granted to the Twitch partners. So I went up and found like a really nice seat up there in the balcony. And Doc sent me a message. He's like, dude, where are you? Because Doc was down with all of in the main crowd area. And I was like, bro, I'm chilling, man. I'm up on the balcony. It's nice and calm up here. I got a beautiful view of the entire place. And so Doc came and joined me on the balcony, along with Dee Dee, who also came and hung out with us there on the balcony. Shout out to you, Dee Dee. And we were watching the MCC. And guys, oh man, it was electric. It was just the most awesome, engrossing. I was so locked into what was happening. You know, they have like really big screens in the arena, so you can watch, and they try and like focus in on the action of what is happening. And of course, I was shouting for two teams that I was hoping to win. I mean, there were so many teams with so many of my friends in them, but I was rooting for the purple. Is it the Purple Pandas? I was rooting for False's team and for Cleo's team, basically. Were the teams that I was rooting for, and it was just so awesome. At one point, like I was also like watching False's perspective on my phone. And at one point I said in False's channel, I was like, hey, I can see you from the balcony. And False was like, hey, where are you in the balcony? And then I waved from the balcony, and then False took a picture of me in the balcony. It was really cool. It was a very surreal exchange. Me being like in the crowd, you know, I'm usually like playing alongside False or in the same event or whatever, you know. It was like it was a really cool like experience to be in the crowd, but also kind of not be in the crowd, you know, also kind of be in the MCC via False, you know. That was really awesome. But I gotta say, man, when False when False's team walked out, I was, oh man, like I just had so many goosebumps. They looked so awesome. It was such a great team. When Cleo's team walked out too, I was so proud of them. Oh man, it was so awesome to see Cleo like on the main stage, you know, of MCC at TwitchCon, like the biggest MCC, live MCC ever. There's Cleo absolutely dominating. They looked so amazing on camera. They were so happy, huge smile, so confident, and I think Cleo did really, really well, as did False. But it was so great. And guys, like those cameras, right? They roll up next to you in those live events, and they zoom in on your face, and then they throw your face up on the big screen. And man, Cleo and False and Pearl, like everyone, they looked so good on the big screen. I was so proud of them. Whenever like one of my friends' faces hit the big screen, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome!" I'm so proud of these amazing people. And it was a really great MCC. Very, very close at the top teams were very, very close, and the final dodgeball was very brutal, very, very brutal. I had to, oh man, it was very brutal watching my dear friend Eloise being the last, having to 1v3 over and over again. It was so brutal, but Eloise did so well though. Like if that was me, I would have just instantly crumbled. But Eloise like remained really calm, really collected, even though I think she was 1v3 like 3 times in a row or something. Super intense. But she did really, really well in the dodgeball. And also, guys, it was so cool. Like one thing that you don't notice when you're playing the MCC, or maybe you're watching it on Twitch or whatever, but in the arena, when, for example, when Cleo's face would hit the big screen, the crowd went wild. And I asked Cleo about it afterwards. I was like, Cleo, did you hear the crowd like screaming when your face was on the big screen? And they were like, no, you know, you have headphones on, like you can't hear that stuff. But every time Cleo's face hit the big screen, the crowd went nuts. There was like an insane roar. Same for False. Like whenever False's face hit the big screen, just like this massive roar from the crowd. It was just so like awesome. It was so wholesome. so awesome. And I mean, I had like intense FOMO while I was up there. I was like, man, I wish I was down there on the stage. You know, this is so awesome. But I got to say, I don't think I would change. I don't think I would change it. I really enjoyed watching the MCC from the crowd's perspective. I watched the entire thing from beginning to end. Loved every single moment of it. What an incredible experience it was to watch that. Also, speaking of goosebumps and being proud of friends, and another moment that I shed a quiet tear to myself this time. The first tears I shed was at my meet and greet. The second tears I shed was when I saw Scott on that massive stage, looking absolutely incredible and doing an amazing job during the Minecon Lives segment. Wasn't he amazing? For those of you guys who watched it, I was so proud. I was like, Scott, dude, you were born to do this. Like, and I was up in the balcony, up on the balcony again. I wasn't really busy up there. I kind of had a little bit of space to myself up there, you know? So I just had a quiet, I'm so proud of you, my friend, tear, you know? I was like, dude, you did so good. The next time I saw him, I was like, Scott, bro, you absolutely killed that. That was incredible. So yeah, that was another highlight for me, was watching my friend Scott on the main stage there. Just absolutely doing an incredible job. Just like he'd been doing it his whole life, you know, like he'd been a broadcasting presenter his entire life, even though I think this was the first time that he'd done like a very serious one like this, you know. You love to see it. You really, really do. But yeah, the MCC came to an end, and the vibes in the venue were just top notch. It was such a great MCC, such a great crowd, such a great convention up until then. And, you know, when you get to the end of these shows, there's always like a little bit of sadness in the air, but also I think a little bit of relief. You know, everyone's like kind of exhausted. Everyone wants to like get back to their hotels and start thinking about their traveling back home and whatnot. But I spoke to Doc when we were on the balcony, and we were like, dude, there are people that we haven't met yet. I know that there are people that I haven't met yet because they couldn't make it into the meet and greet. Let's go and cause a ruckus in the car park. Let's go like make a spawner in the car park. And let's just let that spawner run. Let's just load that chunk and just let it run until it breaks. You know, until like the server shuts down. And so I made my way out of the venue, and who was there already? False was there with a queue of her own. Cleo was there with a queue of their own. Oh, no. Doc was there with a queue of his own already, and Cleo and I went together out into the car park. And I was messaging Doc, and he was like, dude, come out here and let's do this thing. And then I met Cleo in the partner lounge, and we're like, Cleo, let's go meet people. Let's go. This is our last chance. This is one of the best things about being at the TwitchCon, is meeting you guys. And for me, this was the last day, and this is the last chance that I would get to see you guys for a long time. I'm not sure if I'll be at San Diego, so I really wanted to make the most of this. And so we went onto the car park, and there, one of my highlights of the convention was seeing a bunch of our communities coming together, all sitting together in the shade, because it was quite hot actually on that day. I think I got a little bit sunburned from that final meet and greet, but there was my community, False, Cleo, Doc, a whole bunch of other communities also. You guys had like sort of converged, and you guys were like sort of sitting together, and I think some new friendships had been made, and some new people had been, we'd met some new people and whatnot. Or you guys had anyway, you'd made some new friends. And I recognized some folks that I had already met from the meet and greet there, and it seemed like a natural gathering had happened. Some new friendships had blossomed and whatnot. And so Cleo and I and False and Dark, we set up our spawners in that car park, and we met you guys until the last of you spawned. I don't even know how long that took. I remember we went out into that car park when the sun was up, and by the time we met the last of you, the sun was on its way down, and the convention center was closing, and the crowds had dispersed, and a sort of quietness had settled across the land. But we did our absolute best to meet every single one of you fine folk out there. And it was in this final impromptu meet and greet that my final tears for the convention were shed. And I did cry in front of a lot of people. And that's all because of my wonderful fans and some of my wonderful Patreons. And in particular, the wonderful Tiger. Tiger here. They're always here in the streams. And what they had done really sent me into the stratosphere of emotion. They'd put together a notebook filled from page 1 to page whatever. It's like a notebook, right? Like you buy a notebook that you keep notes in for the year. I mean, we're talking hundreds of pages here. They had handwritten hundreds of messages to me from my community and from people that they had met in at the convention. For example, some of my friends wrote in this book, like False wrote in the book, Cleo wrote in the book, Pearl wrote in the book, a whole bunch of others. And Tiger had, I don't even know where Tiger got all of these messages from. I honestly have no idea. Like where, yeah, Tiger's here. Tiger can tell you all about 180 pages, people. Tiger, I don't know where you got these messages from. I have no idea. But Tiger hand wrote them. So like the username of the person, their message to me, and just thinking about it now is getting me again. Whew, hold on. Give me a moment. Oh man. And I didn't know what it was. I saw this notebook and I didn't know what it was. And when I started looking through the pages and I realized what it was, I was just overwhelmed with emotion and gratefulness for all of you, whether you're in the book or not. My life as it is now is only this way because of you guys. And it is moments like that where I recognize and realize how incredibly lucky I am to have all of you out there who support me this way. And it's just incredibly overwhelming. Dudes, I can't talk about this. It gets me. It really gets me. So, Tiger, thank you so much for doing that. That's incredibly special. I'm making my way through the book. I read a bunch of it on the Eurostar back home, and I shall be sort of delving into the book before bed every night until I make my whole way through it. And so that was the third time that a tear was shed at the old TwitchCon. And a big thanks to my wonderful people. A special thanks to Tiger. I want to say a special thanks to Sanastratus. I want to say a special thanks to another one of my amazing Patreons, Mesa, who came all the way out to meet me, all the way out to Rotterdam on their own to come and meet me. And it meant so much, Mesa. Thank you so much. I don't know if you're here right now or if you watch the VOD or whatever, but I just want to tell you how much I appreciate the effort that you made to come and meet me. And I know that I caught you right at the end there. And it was just wonderful to meet you and give you the biggest hug ever. And it truly was like San Diego last year was also very emotional for me. It was also amazing meeting all of you guys out there. And I think this time around, it all became really real to me, like how special this community is and how kind you all are to me and how lucky I am. I'm the luckiest man on this planet, I think, to have such an incredible community and so many of you guys out there behind me. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for that experience. For those of you guys who are out there in the parking lot, there is one person that I also want to acknowledge. It was a a wonderful woman who waited in the parking lot queue for probably an hour and a half. And by the time they got to me, they were struggling a little bit because I think they had a leg injury or something. They needed a little bit of help from a walker. And instead of like just leaving, they stood in my queue, even though they were in pain. They waited all the way until it was their turn to say hello, and they were one of the last people that I met there. And I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are, I just want to also say I appreciate you for standing in the queue like that. And I know you were in a lot of pain to do so, and it does mean a lot to me that you did that. And I think I've learned a lesson from meeting you also, and I think that the next time I do an impromptu meet and greet like that, for those of you guys who have some accessibility issues, I'm going to try and find a way to make sure that you guys get to the front of the queue, or at least have some chairs to sit on while you're waiting, or just something like that to make sure that you are not too uncomfortable while you're waiting. So yeah, a big thanks to that very fine person who waited all of that time, even though they were in pain and were struggling a little bit. Means a lot, means a lot. So that was the end of the convention. That was the end of TwitchCon. And went back to the hotel, met even more people in the hotel that night, which was really, really cool. And the next day, my Eurostar was at 11:30 in the morning or something like that. So I had to be up nice and early. I had to get myself to Rotterdam Central and begin the long odyssey back home, which, as I explained at the start of the stream, just getting to the Eurostar from where I live is an odyssey in itself. And while going the reverse back is also quite intense. But luckily, the Eurostar was on time, on schedule when I got back to London. I got back to London at like 4 p.m. or something. And then I had to rush over to another station to get my train to come home. And the train was absolutely packed. And I was absolutely exhausted. But my heart was filled with an immense amount of joy. My suitcase was filled with so many very special gifts from all of you, as well as special gifts for Martin from his fans also. And a bunch of amazing clothes that I managed to buy with help from Cleo and False. And honestly, my heart was filled with so many amazing memories. And this is a TwitchCon that I will remember for forever. It was an amazingly special event that I was very sad that it was over, and I would go back to it in a second if I could. And I got home in one piece and literally slept for 2 days. I was so exhausted and needed a little bit of time to recover last week. And then this weekend, I had another IRL thing to do that took up the whole weekend, which is why we haven't had streams since Rotterdam. But we are back in the saddle, friends. It is open ocean from here on out. I've got nothing to do but play Minecraft and entertain you fine folks until December, when I go back home to be with my family in South Africa. So, I feel super recharged. I'm so inspired. I'm so filled with happiness for this incredible opportunity that I have. And we're going to make the most of it here on Twitch and on the YouTubes, friends. And so, yeah, that is the story of my TwitchCon. I'm sure I missed things, no doubt. But that's about as much of it as I can remember, or at least regurgitate live on live stream. And again, a massive thank you to all of you who came out to say hello and to meet me. And a very special thank you to my Patreons who came out. You know who you are. All of you Patreons who came out to meet me. Guys, means a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Patreon server next weekend, right? We're getting together next weekend, I think it is. For some streaming from the Patreon server. So big shout out to them. That's coming soon. Right. Notification machine. What have we got? I've just been talking for 2 hours nonstop, friends, so I've been missing all of your messages here, but I hope you enjoyed the the Rendog podcast today. Rosaria, thank you for the 9 months. Hi, Ren and Chad. Hope you all have a good day. You too, Rosaria. Also, Runkafer is here with the 5 months. Hello and welcome back. Thank you very much, Fer. And Saint Swali, a brand new subscriber. Thank you, Saint Swali. Love your name. And thank you for the brand new subscription. Welcome to the family over here. Speed Mosey is here with the 35 months and 76 months for Lolo. 76 months OG. Mega OG resubs. Thank you very much, Lolo. Also, 5 gifted subs here from the Tangible Llama 30 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, Llama, that I forgot, or that I did not see that. As my fellow streamers have pointed out, everyone, I learned a lot in this TwitchCon. I'm going to start working on being a slightly better streamer over here, because as my wonderful streaming friends have pointed out, I'm extremely bad at reading the chat. I'm very bad at this. I didn't realize that I was that bad, but after some review with my streaming friends, yes, I am bad. So I must learn to read the chat a little bit more. So yes, when not a podcast stream, I'm going to try and speak to you guys a little bit more. Anyway, thank you very much, Llama, for the gifted sub to the False Symmetry. Are we? Has False Symmetry graced our presence on this fine evening? Hello, False. I've been trying to retell the story of Rotterdam. I think I got everything right. There's probably some details that are a mess, but what an amazing time it was. I had a really great time with you, my friend. It was so cool. Always a pleasure hanging out with False and with Cleo and with everybody else. And these adventures just wouldn't be the same without them, you know? Also, Fern Mama Games with the 21 months. Happy to see you back. Glad you had a good time. Thank you, Fern. And Ottoman with the 7 months. Thank you so much, Ottoman. Also, Llama, thank you for the gifted sub here to Sleepy Snail, as well as the 5 gifted subs a little bit earlier on. Also, another gifted subs but 2 minutes ago from the Llama, on top of the 5 gifted subs from the DD81. Oh my goodness, guys. Also, some biddies here from the Hallowed Animations. Got to head out early, work shift tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of stream. Thank you, Hallowed. I think we're probably going to call it pretty soon here. Also, Falling Stars with some biddies. Hey, Ren, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you for being such a kind guy and such a warm presence at TwitchCon. I really hope the letters I gave you aren't too messy and somewhat legible. I had so much to say, but I got so nervous I honestly broke down. I hope your travels weren't too stressful. Thank you for being such a lovely person and a wonderful escape within my GCSE period. Your videos mean so much to me, and I'll treasure the meet and greet with you and Martin. No Falling Stars. All good. I loved every single letter that I got, and I loved every single person that I met. It was just so awesome. I would do it all again in a heartbeat if I could. Thank you, Falling Stars. And glad you got home back safely too. So yeah, that is notifications caught up, friends. Excellent. It is almost 10 p.m. here on the UK side of things. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, everybody, I have been doing a little bit of thinking this week about, and if you're wondering what we're doing, I'm literally just collecting a ton of tuff, because we're going to be building stuff soon and require the tuff, also require the redstone. So wanted to come out here and get a bunch of redstone too. But I've been thinking a little bit more about the streaming schedule situation. Another thing that I've learned from my wonderful streaming friends is that my schedule is an absolute mess, and I need to do something about it. I am supposed to be a professional streamer, and professional streamers don't just stream willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? This year I was trying to experiment with some different stream times, but I just don't think it's working out for me. I'm a man that requires quite a strict schedule to function correctly, and having streaming in the afternoon on this day and in the evening on that day and then the afternoon on that day, all of this is a little bit too chaotic for the way that I like to work. So we are just going to be streaming like we have always done for the last 10 years here on Twitch at 8 p.m. UK time, which is approximately 2 hours ago from this time, wherever you are in the world. Just 8 to 10, just like I've always been. And if there's other people streaming, there's other people streaming, whatever. It's just going to be way better for my own system here. And that's how it's going to be. So if you are new out here and you're wondering when we're going to be streaming, it's going to be in the evenings, 8 p.m. on the UK side of things. this kind of time, and I'm going to be trying to stream 3 times a week. It's probably going to be something like Tuesday, Thursday. No, not Thursday, because Thursday is Hermitcraft meeting in the evenings. It's probably going to be something like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Friday variety, and then Saturday maybe. So it'll be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday variety, Saturday maybe. That's basically going to be the schedule. So yeah, that's, lots of streams coming. It's going to be fantastic. Yo, Leslie, 5 more gifted subs on this fun day. Thank you, Leslie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. The absolute insane amount of gifted subs and resubs today, friends. Incredible. Pushing us over the 700 subscriber mark, which is amazing. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Thank you. Yes, Subnautica 2 coming soon. Subnautica is going to depend on when Pearly Pops gets back to Australia, I think. And when they are ready to stream again, we shall be getting back under the ocean with the Khan and the Pearl. It's going to be awesome. And, well, for the rest of it, it is going to be Hermitcraft streams all the way. We have so much to do, friends. So much to do. Also, let's get the redstone in the belly. Oh my goodness, that was a large notification noise in my ear holes. Give me 1 second. Something just exploded in the notification machine. Aha! It is Gedra with an incredible donation to the region of Gardaran. I see, Gedra, you would like to contribute to the reconstruction of Gardaran's roads. Yes, a mighty fine contribution to the city council or something. Hey, Gedra, that is a really generous tip. Thank you so very, very much. Wow. Very kind of you. Gedra says, welcome home, kicking off the tip jar towards San Diego. Hope you can make it. Oh, good Lord. All right, Gedra, I'll put that money into the maybe San Diego fund, but yes, it's going to take a lot more than that to cover the incredible costs of of going to San Diego. San Diego is, guys, I mean, I lived in London once in my life, right? I know expensive cities. San Diego is by far the most expensive place I've ever been to. It was actually scary how expensive it was last year. Anyway, Gedra, I shall put that into the maybe pot. I do thank you. That is very generous of you. Thank you. Also, Speed Mosey here with the 500 bitters, with no messages, but just the bits. We appreciate the bits. Mosey, thank you so much. Thank you. Also, by the way, guys, moderators who are here on this fine evening, thank you so much. This stream came out of the blue. Also, I need to get better at communicating with you moderators. At one point, I was chatting with my moderators all the time. What happened, moderators? What happened? Why did I stop? Okay, look, I got nothing but runway now, guys. I've got very few things in my life to worry about other than what we're doing right now. So, moderators, we'll see you in the Discord. I'll make sure that I'm a little bit more active there, let you guys know what's going on so that these streams don't just, come out of the blue. But for those of you guys who did come to look after the place for me, moderators, thank you. You are the best. The best. It is incredible to know that you guys have got my back no matter what, even when I'm a derp. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. Couldn't do any of this without you guys. Thank you. Anyway, wow. What a stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast of the Ren-Diggity Dog. I think this is probably where we're going to call it, eh? Yes, indeed. We can't be streaming for too long. I need to keep my strength up. You know what I'm saying? Got to try and get a video out this week if I can. Who is less streaming? It is the Cub Fanarino is streaming. Cub's been streaming for ages though, right? What's Cub up to right now? Let's see.
Surely can't get worse than the last one? Yeah, certainly not.
Cub's hitting the 3-hour mark here on the Hermitcraft. He's definitely looking for something though. Cub's up to something. What's Cub up to? What's Cubarino? Guys, let's head over to Cub. What Cub doing? I'm curious. I'm gonna watch too. Guys, thank you so much for the support today. Thank you, Ellie Belly, for the gifted sub right on the button. So kind, so very, very kind. Yes, we shall see you guys all again. We probably see you tomorrow, okay? Same time, same place on the tomorrows. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever you're doing, friends. And we shall be back here on the Hermitcraft server in 24 hours. Thanks for watching, friends. See you next time. Bye, guys.